another edition of Everywhere You Are. I'm your host, Erika Santos, and today we're at Butter Lane, and we're going to participate in a cupcake making class. So for all you cupcake heads out there, I'm really sure you're going to enjoy it. For all the people who are not cupcake lovers or believers, I'm sure you will be by the end of this class. So stay tuned.
Butter Lane has a really special place in my heart. A lot of people try to tell me that is a clogged artery, but I insisted it's love, so that's my choice. Before we get started baking, I'm going to just give you guys a brief introduction to what's in front of you. This is called your mise en place, and I had a really great chef instructor in school who used to translate that into mess in place, because it basically means that everything that's scattered around your kitchen or scattered around our kitchen has been taken and put directly within your arm's reach. The majority of it has been measured out for you. You'll be doing a little bit of measuring though, and you have some equipment to do that with towards the rear of the stations. You also have ice cream scoops that you're going to be using as cupcake scoops this afternoon. You guys have your vanilla extract, and most importantly, you guys have a little ramekin filled with wooden tasting starters. Those are going to be your tasting spoons for this evening, because I have to ask you that these not be your tasting spoons for this evening, because that's nasty. This is an entry-level class, but I'm not really an entry-level cook, so I want to take as many opportunities as I can to give you guys extra information, to allow you guys to ask questions, and to just make this as an engaging a class as possible.
So, yeah.
Do you have any left on
this is
the
the class.
You can just scrape it off.
My new friends here, they're really going to be mixing everything. I'm just going to stand here and look pretty unless they tell me to do something. Right, girls?
That's right.
Yes.
Sugar and butter. Once you guys have your sugar rolled down, you can use this for your trash. You guys can use this for all your trash, your empty parchment, and garbage that you make sure to pass. Adding them to your batter just now. We're going to add them to
Alright, so we're going to crack our eggs together. Alright, ready? Ladies? Oh, ready, set, go!
This is it. We got it.
Teamwork. Trash. I was like... right now. These girls are doing great. We're about to drop our next egg. Go for it, love. She's the best egg dropper in the world. And you're the best mixer in the world. Thank you. Thanks to KitchenAid.
Yeah.
Maybe KitchenAid will sponsor us now. Sponsor the show Everywhere You Are, KitchenAid. Thank you.
You'll probably notice that there's a little bit of a difference in the densities of your batter. In towards the center, it's liquidy, and out towards the edge, it's still very dense. That's because the paddle of the KitchenAid doesn't make perfect contact with the bottom of the bowl, and sometimes we need to just step in and fix that up. You guys can probably stop.
Alright, so I'm about to step in and fix up what Diana just told us to fix up. So I'm just going to
You have some mustard in your bottom. You want to make sure you get all that.
Let me get in there. Alright. We gotta make sure that these are the best cupcakes in the class. Even though no one else is tasting them, but, well, this is like the coolest thing that you girls are participating in the show.
You can grab your baking powder, your baking soda, and
Which I humbly appreciate.
measure those ingredients out right into this bowl. You have the proportions right here, and whenever you use the spoons, I want you to use your teeth.
I'm becoming more domestic.
Get as precise as measure. Is that your last tip?
Yep.
The side, you have your baking powder and your salt, right? Those little Tupperwares over there. And you're going to measure them out into this bowl of your flour. You got the proportions here. And I think the best thing for leveling off the measurements is just a little teaspoon to make sure they're as precise as possible, okay? Okay. This is 6 ounces of unsweetened chocolate. It's going to go into the chocolate recipe. Not a lot of people have ever had completely unsweetened chocolate. This is 100% cocoa. It's not sweet at all. We're going to rely on all the sugar that's already in the recipe to kind of bring it up to what we're used to. If anybody wants to taste it though, they can taste a little bit. When chocolate was first cultivated, no, you're good. When chocolate was first cultivated, they added spicy chili peppers to it. It's that classic social studies hot chocolate recipe. You want to taste it? And then we started adding sugar, and it worked a lot better. who would also enjoy like really dark espresso or a wine tasting usually find it interesting at best. But it's not so great for just eating.
So everyone is tasting the batter, and they look like they're doing a pretty good job. I'm staying away from the rest of the batter just because I'm trying not to be a fat ass on today's show, since I've been eating and eating and eating, or drinking and drinking and drinking on almost every episode. I mean, I still look pretty good for all the eating that I'm doing, but I'm just afraid that's just not going to work out.
You're going to use those to portion out your perfect cupcake. I found the easiest way to do this is to actually drag the scoop right across the surface of the batter. Don't go digging too deep, you'll just make a mess out of the top of the handle on your hand. And just when you get to the side of the bowl, level it off so that each scoop is nice and even. Then take it to the pan and let it all go. It's going to give us nice, perfectly sized cupcakes.
Been watching Everywhere You Are, and you've been watching me doing a semi-decent job, I think, at making cupcakes. We have Diana here. She's the instructor here at Butter Lane. Diana, tell us about, or tell the audience about, how long you've been at Butter Lane and the cupcake classes, and how this all got started.
I've been working at Butter Lane for a year and a couple months. I love teaching classes. I've always really felt like after culinary school, teaching kitchens were my niche. I wanted to be a teacher when I was young, and then I wound up finding a nice balance between my practical career choices and my passions.
I like that.
I've worked in a bunch of different places where I've gotten to teach classes. I've gotten to work alongside a lot of great caterers. I freelance around the city mostly. I'm here a couple days a week. I teach 5 or 6 classes, and I just really love it. And then when you pry it open, you'll be able to see all those little shiny, sparkly beans in there. Whenever I do this, it's very hard for me to avoid getting them on my fingers, but I kind of use that to my advantage. Give them a little rub together, make sure the beans come apart. If they don't come apart in between your fingers, then they're not going to come apart in the frosting, and you'll just wind up with a little clump, and it's just not the best quality. It might be old, or it might have been stored improperly. You could probably get away with bringing it back to the store. So now we've got all this. It's going to go right into the frosting. Now, these vanilla beans are something of an expensive product. I've seen them go for $5 at Trader Joe's, which is a really good price. Sometimes they're also like closer to 8 to 10 for like one little guy. So don't throw this away. The pod itself, even though it's empty, has just as much flavor and just as much aroma as the little beans themselves. You can use this for cooking. If you're steaming heavy cream or milk, you can throw this in there and it'll infuse a lot of flavor into it for truffles. You can store it in a mason jar full of granulated sugar, which is one of my favorite things to do. I always have one going for my old ones because it'll give the sugar a really great vanilla flavor. It's great in coffee. You can also put it right in your coffee. A 1/4 of an inch in your filter. When whatever kind of coffee you like to make, it'll give it a real nice vanilla flavor. It makes the house smell great. If you're having fancy people over, it's a good trick. I'll go back to find those. And what we're going to be aiming for is this right here. It's our Elvis cupcake. That's a banana cupcake with marshmallows on top of a little nest of peanut butter frosting. And the way we make that nest is actually pretty simple. We're going to use these. It's a very old school way to decorate things. We're going to do vanilla on vanilla. A lot of people call these flat spatulas or frosting spatulas. I like to call them palette knives because quite literally, the first thing you're going to be doing when you start to frost is creating a palette for yourself. You're going to draw a little bit of frosting away from the bottom and smooth it out up against the edges of the bowl. You don't want to have to go and get that frosting. You want to have it nice and right there for you, okay? Clean your knife off really well. Whenever you're in doubt, clean your knife off. They're frictionless under the best circumstances, and if you keep them in that way, your cupcakes will always look a little bit better. Then you're going to go straight through, scrape up a nice, healthy couple of tablespoons, and you're going to put it right back down on the side of the bowl. You've got some wild edges there you're going to smooth out, but then you can just pick it right back up, just like that, and you're ready to take it to the cupcake, okay? I'm usually pretty unceremonious about how I flop it on there. It's however I feel that day. But as soon as you make contact, you want to start to tap and turn. That's the most important thing.
Let's check out what you had first. What do you got going on?
So this is the banana cupcake with vanilla frosting and some raspberry.
All right, so why don't you try it out?
Well, we're switching.
Sorry. And then
we made the first
one. Swapping, and then what do you have here?
I have a vanilla cupcake with the raspberry vanilla frosting and sprinkles.
I like these sisters already. Well, I liked them before, but now I like them more because they're going to stuff their faces on camera.
Yes.
So cheers. I was going to say you're going to cheers your cupcakes up. Ready? Cheers. I'm jealous, by the way. Here we go. Good? So good. You guys enjoyed baking your cupcakes at Butter Lane, correct?
Absolutely.
There's how many are you going home with in each box? 9. With 9 cupcakes. So are we wowing this right now?
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Wow. Hi everyone, so you just watched us at Butter Lane making cupcakes. Like I told you, I didn't really concentrate that much. I let everyone else do it, and I didn't eat a cupcake, so I'm very proud of myself.
Erika, you forgot the cupcake candy home food.
No one's supposed to see that.
Well, I mean, it's on the case now, you might as well eat it.
What kind of cupcake is this?
It's a vanilla base with chocolate frosting, with a little bit of caramel extract to make it a little deeper, and some dolce and sea salt on top.
All
It's
right,
our most popular.
so let me try this right now, since I'm already caught. Pretty good. Someone just walked by, no one seems to care. It's delicious. Thank you again, Lana, you were wonderful. Thank you, Butter Lane. And we'll see you in the next episode. Bye.
To make me feel this way. Listen up, take a chance. You can sing, you can dance, you can live like there's no tomorrow.